Hello everyone, welcome to another episode in Dinkum. We are going to go and do our usual messing around. We finished doing the storage system from last time and kind of did a little bit of moving around, mostly of just stuff. Now, I want to go and build something a little bit bigger today. I have a little bit of a chore I'm going to have to do. This might take a little bit of time, but I want to go and build basically a stadium for like a soccer arena, or what the rest of the world calls football. We call it soccer here in Canada, unfortunately, so I don't understand that either. I played soccer when I was a kid, and I greatly enjoy that game. I played all the positions at one point. The second thing I want to also do is get the new weapon. I did not get them because I didn't have the fundage on me when I wanted to go get it initially. The other problem I have is trying to figure out where I'm going to stick this thing, this giant stadium. I don't want it to be too intrusive, basically. Like, I don't want it to be, like, this thing is probably going to be an eyesore, and I don't want to ruin my beautiful landscape which I built here. There is a lot of stuff here. Like, I want to keep all the greenery and stuff here, but I want to also keep it somewhat close to town. And this thing is going to be quite large, so like I can't really think of a spot where, off the top of my head, where I would want to put this without destroying my land. There's a couple other things I haven't done yet either. Like, there's a possibility of growing large trees, and I really don't know how to do that. And I think that would be super handy for a few things as well. I do want to leave this area here for another project. So this place right here is kind of out of the question. I am going to build something here that's going to be a little bit nicer. I might even get to it on this episode, because I didn't want the stadium to be so close to the cemetery, because that would just be kind of awkward. You hear all this cheering and everything, and you're wandering around in the cemetery. That's not right. That's not right at all. So I think most likely we're gonna have to probably build it maybe a little bit farther down over this way. So I think I've decided where I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna put it like kind of right behind the airport here. Just kind of like on the strip. Like, we're not gonna hear anything, but this is the only biggest plot of land that I can think of putting it here. I could put lots and lots of trees around there, so. And there's not anything here that I'm going to be destroying that I don't want. So I'm thinking probably right here. Anyway, so I also wanted to start doing a highway here. So I'm thinking probably right here I'm going to start cutting into here to build the highway anyway. And this highway is basically going to be all the way around like a loop, so we can get around the island via vehicle. The only way you can get through here is either trudging through the forest or the plains or flying over stuff or trying to find a clear spot. So I want it to be more accessible to tourism and stuff like that. So that's what we're gonna have to do. And we're gonna have to start clearing out most of this stuff. And we're gonna have to start destroying the environment, I guess. Gotta start somewhere, I'm telling you. I don't really like destroying the environment too much. I really don't, but sometimes in this game it's kind of a necessary evil. Right, we leveled out the whole area over here. This is, I don't know if we're gonna have to go any bigger, but we can if we need to. But basically that is how big we're gonna go and make this thing. It's gonna be quite large. Wherever we flattened it out, that's how big it's gonna be. Alright, so I took a little trip out to the islands. I didn't think it was going to be anything super spectacular like you haven't seen the last couple episodes. But I did manage to max out all my blueprints, which is good. And I actually gained a few critters in the process of it as well. So I got the Trident's Trumpet and the Sea Sponge. And I found some more different colored throwing discs, which I grabbed. So I think I got all the flavors of the discs here. So now we can actually start building our football stadium as quickly as possible. Just because, like, there's a couple little items I didn't manage to get, so I kind of needed them anyway. It was mostly the green and the white tile that I really needed, actually. And we got lots more Braconium in the process as well. Oh man, I got so much Braconium, and I got so many Mighty Seeds. I almost need to do a harvest of that pretty soon. It is the summer. I could probably do it, but I don't have enough to do an entire crop yet. I only have 29. Though 29, that's quite a bit anyway. Gonna have to make a new chest of just blueprints, so when we get the new update, or the next update when we get stuff, we could just go into this box and grab them all. Yeah, so we'll just throw all our chests right there or whatever, or stick all our blueprints just right in there for now. I have to come up with another place. Actually, I probably have to put all these frisbees in there too. Oh my goodness, I got so much stuff. I also got another of those tropical grass turf rolls, which is okay. So tomorrow we can do a little sleepy sleep. I'm gonna start on our project and continue on. All right, so I finished a little bit of the soccer field here a little bit. I really would like to see some netting one day. That would be pretty awesome, actually. Like a proper soccer net or football net, whatever part of the world you're from. I had to build I had to put my stuff over here just temporarily because I'm gonna constantly have to recharge them. And I think it is just slightly just right out of view, which is great because I can actually change it if I need to. A lot of this stuff is probably gonna have to get cut down. We're gonna have to manipulate the landscape. Like I said, I really don't like manipulating the landscape too much, but kind of a necessary evil for this build, unfortunately. And one of the things I decided not to use, I didn't want to use grass tile in here because you get like this weird edge on it and everything. I really hope they can get rid of that one day. James needs to work on that a little bit. They really don't like that edge on there, or else I'd probably use it, but we'll use like this tile or whatever. It doesn't really look very much like grass. It'll work for now, unfortunately, until we can get some proper turf that looks a little bit more correct. But it doesn't look too bad right now. From a distance, at least. This is going to be kind of a functionable football field that we can use. And I'm gonna put some stands in here, maybe, and in the parking lot, definitely, and behind here. Don't think I'll put it, I might put it right behind here as well, so people could come into the stands. We're gonna have to kind of like build it up a little bit as well, just so we can put in the stands properly. All right, I finally finished our build here. This one actually took a really long time. So here we go. We got the bird's nest, which is our stadium for our football soccer team. Figured that was a great name for the stadium itself because the name of the team is the Magpies. Works out really well. We got our entrance and exits. We got parking. Parking didn't take very long. We are going to put more flowers and stuff in here eventually, and eventually more trees, because this place is a giant eyesore from a distance. We got our little bit of stadium seating right here, so I only wanted to do one row. I wanted to do two, but I just didn't want this thing to be too big. I didn't want it to be like such an eyesore. The only thing I have a problem with is basically how much lighting that we got going on here, and it's not very much at all. We got like a little bit of a seating for the team here itself, and I didn't go with just the regular grass here. So honestly, I didn't want to trim it, and flowers are going to grow on it, and we always get stuck with like this weird brown edge like you would right here. So I kind of just went with tile just because it just looks a little bit better. I gave main team where they're going to be sitting right here, and then the away team can be, you know, whatever. They're the away team. They don't get special lighting or signs or anything like that. I did think about kind of like the announcer. I'm going to find some proper chairs for this. I haven't found anything that I'm super comfortable with, so we're going to wait for that and wait for something a little bit nicer. This back part it's just, yeah, like I said, the eyesore part definitely right here. It's just, I think I'm just gonna cover it up with like lots of trees. Like I'm just gonna put a whole bunch of trees right there. So that basically covers up that whole area. I am gonna build a concession right here, but I just didn't feel like we have enough here to even build a really nice concession yet. Plus it is kind of out of the way. Like, there's no seating over on that end. Yeah, so I don't know if I'm gonna make this the concession. I might not. I might make that something else or do something else with it or not even do anything with it just because it just doesn't look right to me. But man, did I ever have to put my, I had to really put my 3D dirt printer to full use. It was absolutely just cruel just how much I had to use that and recharge it and everything. Good thing I had the solar panels so we can like kind of just like get it charged up a little bit quicker. Still had to do a little bit of waiting, but anyway, I do like these like little waterfalls in the back. Normally you would see these in like these kind of like stadium things or whatever. Yeah, like even on top we got the lighting. Would like to see some proper lighting for this in the future, spotlights or whatever, so I can actually light up this stadium because it's kind of dimly lit, and it doesn't matter how many lights I throw on there, it always look very, very dimly lit in any case. And the other thing that's really great about this stadium, that it's actually functional. We can actually try to play some proper football if we want to. It's not going to be like totally perfect, but we can play since we got now the beach balls that we can use. I did try to enclose this as much as possible. It'd be a lot easier if we had another person to play with against this, but yeah, we can play this legitimately if we wanted to. See if we can get a goal, get in there, and the crowd go goal. Yeah, so I tried to keep this enclosed just in case the ball like escaped somewhere where it could just, it's not going to go very far. So that's why it's all very, very enclosed in here as well. So we can actually have a proper game in here. If it was a little bit deeper, maybe I should have had it like sunken in a little bit more, but I think that will do for now anyway. Yeah, we got good parking. Yeah, and the amount of days that I spent trying to build this was probably one of my larger projects, that's for sure. So next, we're gonna have to do another project afterwards. Now, getting on this theme of games and everything, I have thought of something. I have no idea whether or not this is gonna work out or not, but I was thinking I wanted to make a chessboard, basically. And I wanted to do it kind of right in behind here. So I wanted to kind of like, I've been noticing a lot of my villagers or my townsfolk have been coming up here and then going down here a lot. And I can't really do anything to stop that. That's just, they've just been doing it. So I'm not going to force it anymore. I'm going to figure out a way to basically bring them down here. And I'm going to make a giant chessboard here and a garden as well. So we're going to have to clear this up and then we'll be right back with it. All right, so I threw enough keys in here. Almost have enough keys. I think I should be able to get this thing. I really, really want this. I think you're supposed to put in like 10 keys in this thing and it's supposed to like pop off or something. All right, so we got to put in like basically 20 keys. Get 20 maps from this thing and I'll pop off. We're almost there. I don't think we're going to be able to find all the things here, unfortunately, but I did want this shark statue. Yoink, you're mine now. Alright, so I found Ted, and Ted's gonna give me a weapon I want. Can you make me something? Alright, so the Alpha Spear. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Alright, well, let's see how powerful. Oh my goodness, look how badass that weapon is. A good poking weapon. See what it can do to some diggos over here. Oh, it dazes them. Well, I'll definitely take that. I gotta watch out to not break it though. I don't think it's very hard for me to get that weapon again. Just have to fight the hardest animal in the game, I guess. Okay, so we're gonna go and grow some bigger trees here. We'll just do these as a starter. All I have to do is throw in some fertilizer next to the tree I want it to grow. See if that works. Let's see how big they grow, because like I'm really not too sure. I'm going to take one overnight just to see how far it will grow. I'm not too sure if these ones will grow or not. Let's just give it a test. I think the blackwood ones do, but yeah, I don't think just the regular pine ones grow. They should. They grow massive. They grow huge. Best thing about this is that I do have a good variety of trees just in this quick vicinity here. Just in this area. Oh, it's pretty quick. I even got some blackwood right here for now. Hopefully we don't spoil my my new build here. If they don't look good, we could always just cut them down anyway. Okay, so I got the pine blackwood. I don't think the bottle trees go very big. It would be nice if I can get some seeds from that. I do have one seed, and I think that was just out of sheer luck. Let's see how that works. Let's just see how that happens. See what that looks like. They are going to be super obvious which ones are the big ones. Won't be a little bit of growth. It'll be a lot of growth. Okay, so I came back and my tester bottle brush tree, nothing. Did not grow. Go check out the other ones. They're not very far away from here. Oh yeah, look at the size of that. I guess the pine ones do grow really big. That's nice. Or if this is like one of the Blackwell trees, let's just cut her down and see. Oh yeah, that is one of the pines. Okay. So those things grow huge. And then you get this like stump to go with it. Wow, look at the size of those. Those are beautiful. I think we're gonna continue doing that in this build I'm working on right now. I wasn't too sure whether I wanted those in my build. I think that's gonna be that will be a giant yes. And we got these nice little seats here, which I'm going to use too as well in the build. You do get way more wood from this too. Way more wood. I would hope so, considering we kind of wasted some very precious fertilizer. Well, not really precious to me because I have tons of fertilizer. But yeah, those look great. I think I'm going to keep those as they are. They look really good. They look like they actually, if you just use, it doesn't just grow one, it just grows like a radius of like big trees around it. Okay, I finally finished everything that I wanted to in this area. I even got a new place to go. So it's like right beside our Tucker box, and we get a great view of the waterfall right there. It's so nice. Kind of thinking I might need to kind of cut this down because honestly you can't really see anything. That is a shame. I might have to kind of maybe change the dirt on that so it just looks a little bit nicer and you can see a little bit more. But this is a nice view right there. So it comes to our next thing with all the games that we've been coming up with. I came up with a chessboard. So I had to get a little bit creative with the pieces and everything, but I did want all the pieces to be kind of color matching. And these are the only pieces I could find that would match for this and fit the one square that I wanted to. I could have made one that was like way bigger using the statues and everything, but I think that's just like, it would be just way too big, and this is comfortable big. So it is actually playable, so you just have to make sure that you have your stuff on your inventory so you can just place your move and your next guy will be able to place his move, and you can play it like a real chess game if you wanted to, which is great. You just kind of have to remember what pieces are which or whatever. So you got your rooks, your knights, your bishops, and your kings, your queens, and your pawns in the front. I think the pawns will be easy to remember. I think the only thing I had left for these knights were the these tea kettles, but yeah, that's okay. I was kind of wanting to use the dogs, but they take up like 2 spaces, and I didn't really like that. Did not like having the fact that the dogs take up 2 spaces. So, and they were like, comparatively to these ones, they're a lot bigger. It's like David and Goliath, like here, like the little guys going against the big guys here. So I got that one statue here. It's perfect as the king, basically the alpha shark. And we grew some larger trees here. We started using a little bit more of the summer sun update items that we have here. The rest of the stuff I'm probably going to let it go wild, like the bushes and everything. Those will grow on its own and eventually it will fill itself out. Like I'm not going to mow any of this or anything. So I'm just gonna go and let it all go. And in the back here, we got like a little bit of a sitting area for like reading or whatever. Like kind of like just your own little place to be alone. Since it is a tourist town, I'm trying to keep it hidden away from the tourists as much as possible. So the only ways that I can get in, there's another entrance over there. And I haven't really actually completed the alleyway down this way. It's mighty incomplete. So we won't bother going down there. There's nothing there to really see. And that second entrance you can get to is from here, actually. So you can kind of go down that way if you want to. It is going to be a work in progress, so... But I did have a hidden stairwell in here like I normally do, my shortcuts. So everybody else in town will probably take the shortcut down this way. I have noticed a few of my townies coming in here and just sitting around and just chilling out, which is nice because that's exactly what I wanted to do. I wanted them to... Because like for some reason they were always coming down here and roaming around. So I'm giving them the option to come down here. I really do not want stray animals in here, but whatever. Get out of here, bird. Yeah, that's right. Get across. Go. Go. Out. Out. So yeah, I kind of did put a mishmash of like trees in here. So I did put some fruit trees in here just to add like a little bit of color. Same with all the plants and everything. So I wanted it to be kind of like their own personal space. And the best thing about it is, looks like the town's people kind of like donated stuff for this to work. So like all the pieces or whatever, we'll pretend that the townspeople donated it so they can actually utilize it in their day or whatever. But it's their own personal space, other than just being a tourist destination. You know, we gotta look out for our own townies, right? So that's pretty much it. I love how this really worked out. My only beef is probably, you know, these kettles and maybe the part for the queen or whatever, but maybe we might get a future update. I can probably update everything. So that's it for today. Thanks for joining me. Hopefully we will see you in the next one. Like, subscribe, and all that other stuff. Hopefully we will see you in the future. All right, laters.